Sunday, May 1, 2011. Anyhow, I'm working on the 1972 Mercedes 220D today, and this is the driver's side front fender. I took off the car maybe 6 months ago and didn't really get a chance to do anything with it before the winter. As you can see, I started to strip down the paint. There's one place you can see some surface rust starting right there where I had removed some paint and it had been left bare. Of course, I'll have to take care of that. I had removed paint from some larger areas on the outside of the fender here, and I'd primed them, and they've pretty much done okay. I'm going to be working with this today. This is a rubber paint and rust remover. It's a stripper that attaches to the end of my angle grinder, so I'm going to break that out and see how long it takes to get most, if not all, of this off, and then prime it. And then I'm going to do a little work inside the car. Sunday, May 1, 2011, continued. Anyhow, I have stripped the paint and residual body filler off the fender, with the exception of up front down here. That's I'm just going to end up painting over that. That's a texture coat that was applied at the factory, and it's still in good shape, and I figure I may as well just keep it on there for protection. So you can see I stripped the paint off the front here, and you can see some spots that are primered. Those are spots that I did back in the fall that were still intact, so I didn't go back through that primer, but went all along here, and it took me probably about 45 minutes. Of course, now that I'm through it, I can see it's going to be a little more difficult for you to see here with all the reflections, but if you can take a look, you'll see quite a bit of rippling in the metal here in the fender, and that's where it actually had been dented at one time and then pulled and filled. So you can see they drilled holes here and popped out the dent and then put Bondo over it, and it really did seem to work. So I'm not sure what, if anything, I'm going to do. I might get a hammer and dolly and try to flatten that a bit more. Obviously, I'm going to have to worry about those drill holes there. I think one of the reasons this little patch of Bondo failed is that Bondo, it might be Bondo, it might be another brand of filler, but it actually was protruding through the other side of the metal. And my theory is it absorbed water through to this side and just failed over time. So whatever I do, I'm going to have to seal it off much better on the back side of the fender. So anyhow, that's where I am for now. I'm going to clean this off a bit further, dry it, and then prime it, just to keep the metal safe. And I may actually also toss a little bit of Eastwood rust encapsulator on a couple of spots where I saw some mild surface rust. So that's where I am for now. Figure an hour each for the other fender and the 2 quarter panels, so 9, and then given the size, I'm going to estimate 2 hours for the roof. So I don't know, I mean, it's I would suppose I would have another 10-11 hours of just stripping paint off this car before I can of course, strip and prime panel by panel, then paint the whole thing at once. But I'm debating whether or not I want to actually do that, or just sand through and get everything smooth and just paint over what I have. So obviously I'm not going to do any more paint-wise today, so I have a little time to decide on that. But then again, as I've always said, I'm not in a rush to get this project done. I wanted to get it down the road for 2012, but if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So that's where things are for now.